Welcome to Lesson 10. In this lesson, we'll learn a new technique exercise. We'll add the taps to finish the flam paradiddle. We'll play a duet for two players, learn a new note value, the dotted quarter note, and finish the lesson with the rudimental etude. Now, before we begin, I want to reiterate to you how important it is that you work on your technique exercises and your rudiments every day. This is like your parents saying, eat your vegetables. It's good for you. Well, guess what? Technique exercises and rudiments are good for you. You got to do it every day. Now, let's get started on the new technique exercise. This is notated at the top of page number 26. If you look at it, it looks pretty simple. All it is 8th and 16th rhythm combinations. This exercise is what I call a timing exercise because we're working on our ability to play rhythms in time with the metronome. Here's the way I like to approach this with my students. We start with a measure. Let's take measure 1. We turn our metronome on to maybe 70 beats a minute, and I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to put it on my leg. Listen to what measure 1 and 2 will sound like. Okay, if you notice, in the first measure, my right hand is just playing quarter notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In the second measure, my right hand shifts to eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The only thing my left hand is filling in the note between the right hands to create the rhythm pattern. By putting my left hand on my leg, I can really focus on the metronome subdivision and my ability to play those right-handed strokes in time with the metronome. So work on this 2 measures at a time. Take the first 2 measures. Make sure that you're playing in time with the metronome, making sure that my right hand is completely relaxed. In that second measure, that's just 8 on a hand. It's 8 rebound strokes. Okay? My left hand filling in that extra 16th note doesn't change how relaxed I play my right hand. When I get to measure 4, it's exactly the same thing. It's just my left hand shifts to a different note. The last measure, or measure 6, works exactly the same way. So all the way through the exercise, all I'm doing is playing quarter notes for a measure with my right hand, and then eighth notes for a measure. The rhythm patterns only affect the left hand. So that's where I really concentrate and work on my ability to play in tempo with a metronome. Now once you've got that whole exercise worked up with your left hand on your leg, put both hands on the drum. So now, not only am I concentrating on playing in tempo, or in time with the metronome, but I'm listening to the sound that my hands are producing, making sure that my left hand sounds exactly the same as my right. I want my left hand to be just as relaxed and produce the same sound. This is what is typical of most beginners. They play the right hand louder than the left, especially if you're a right-handed percussionist. So work on evenness of sound. Watch yourself in a mirror to make sure that your sticks are raising to the same height on every single stroke. Work it at 70 beats per minute for the first day, next day for 75, then 80, 85. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to play this perfectly for at least 2 minutes at 90 beats per minute. Okay, that's very, very important. Now, if you want a challenge, and I love to do this with my better students, is to take the exercise and play it off the left hand. In other words, take the whole thing, switch the stickings. So in measure 2, instead of right, left, right, put your right hand on your leg and play it with a left-handed lead. Left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left. Now, this is going to seem really weird to you if you're a right-handed drummer. Okay? You might start getting really, really tense with your left hand and not be able to flow with nice, relaxed rebound strokes. Okay? This is a challenge, and I believe that if you start now, you'll be able to do it. Okay, it just takes a little bit of time and energy working on that whole exercise starting on the left hand. Great challenge for you. In our next video lesson, we're going to add the taps to finish the flam paradiddle.